So EA begins E3. Gotta say I'm not the biggest fan of EA, their recent practices, or their games, but I still should fairly judge their conference. Also, I am only judging their conference. No behind the scenes gameplay or interviews impact my grade. So to not bore those who have already seen the press conference, I will say it was better than their presence at E3 2017. But if I had to vote them on my 1 to 7 scale, I'd give them a 4 out of 7. Good enough, but still didn't impress me. Stick around to hear my thoughts and justify why I think this. So they started with Battlefield 5. We got some neat in-game footage, an announcement for a Royale mode, and a snippet of the story mode. Also, no loot boxes or premium passes, so that's a step in the right direction. Though I still didn't see as much gameplay as I would have liked. In my future videos this will be a trend, as I'm not a person who is easily impressed or influenced by CG trailers. Next was the sports games. For FIFA 2019 it was eh. Out of all the sports games I'd be most interested in soccer, or football if you would prefer. Still didn't see as much gameplay as I would have liked, a lot of it was too cinematic to convince me that it was in-game footage. On the bright side it had a free trial, so that gives someone a chance to try it out. Neat. About the same can be said for NBA 2019 and Madden 2019. Bit of esports stuff for Madden, but that was the only difference really. Then there's the Origin Access Premiere? Whatever. It lets you play a library of their games for a monthly subscription. Nothing about the price tag, but I mean it sounds like it'll let you play over 100 games, and if that's the case, that's good. All depends on the subscription price. Cool, but nothing more to say about it. Surprisingly, a new Star Wars game was announced, and there was nothing shown for it. Yay! It's called Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and that's all I got from it. And then Battlefront 2. Yeah, remember this game we were harshly panned for? Please buy it. But in all seriousness, it sounds like they're doing their best to satiate fans. There are a couple new modes coming to the game this summer, and a slew of new playable characters. I also like the person who was announcing it. It was a genuine developer who acknowledged that they got it wrong, but they want to make the game better. For that I give them credit, because I would be less convinced if it was a business person apologizing. Had enough gameplay to interest me, so overall the Battlefront 2 update was handled very well. Next was Unraveled 2, and wow, I didn't see this coming. I knew it got some pretty good review scores, and as a personal anecdote, my sister really enjoyed it. But I didn't expect the sequel to come so soon, if at all. Apparently this game is co-op, but can also be played multiplayer. Nothing about whether co-op can be online, but whatever. A lot of good gameplay was shown for this presentation, so I was very interested in watching. And it looked like a lot of fun in my opinion. Not to mention it's available now. That was the biggest shocker. Explains why they had so much to show though. So yeah, this was a big highlight for me during the conference. Props to EA. Another new game, Sea of Solitude. Haven't seen anyone really cover this game, but it looks neat. Apparently people turn into monsters when they're lonely? I don't know, I dig it. Gameplay was shown in a short trailer, but aside from that, there was a lot of talking. A lot of talking. At least it was done by a developer though. Sounds cool, can't say much more about it. So before their big game, they talked about a mobile game, and it was pretty weird. It was all gameplay and a short little commercial for the game. Command & Conquer Rivals looks fine. Not an RTS I'm interested in, especially because it seems so simple, but hey, someone's probably excited for it. It went on for a while too, like 5 minutes too long. So yeah, kind of a minus there. Now I want to say something because Andrew Wilson got on stage for some endorsement stuff, mainly for charities and the like. Now this is cool, but it could have waited for the after party. I'm sure that in reality it was important enough to include, but look, that's not what I'm watching the conference for. Good cause, but it was out of place. Sorry. So an extra minus there too. The final game was Anthem, which of course was their biggest game. They went heavily into detail about the world, characters, and story they were trying to build for Anthem, so that was okay. Although the entire time they kept showing the same concept arts and short clips on repeat, and it started to make me laugh. But enough of that, let's talk gameplay. They showed a fair amount of it, which was appreciated. Problem was, it was very spliced. Like it would cut from them flying in one area to landing in another and engaging in combat. Now this is a small gripe for me personally, because gameplay in my opinion should be seamless. If you're showing us something that looks like the best moments of the game, then that implies all of the stuff in between wasn't interesting enough to show. So yeah, the footage kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Combat looks alright, and the player classes seem to all have unique abilities and attributes. Some more dangerous monsters are colossal and look cool to fight. One important point, Anthem has been confirmed to not have loot boxes and instead allows direct purchases. Very glad they cleared that up now and not later. The game looks promising and I only hope they continue polishing it up. Also, it's coming out February next year, which is much sooner than I expected. Anyways, that's all for EA. Hope this discussion and my thoughts explain my grade. But if you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all later for some more E3 2018 content. Bye bye!